Imagine waking up one day with a scratchy throat, a nagging cough, and a fever that knocks you off your feet. You assume it's just a cold, maybe the flu. But what if it's something else? Something most people have never even heard of? Meet human metapneumovirus, HMPV, a silent troublemaker that's been flying under the radar for years, quietly infecting people worldwide. And now? Experts are paying serious attention to it. Here's the shocking part, HMPV is just as contagious as the flu and shares eerie similarities with COVID-19, yet almost no one is talking about it. Hospitals have seen spikes in cases, and doctors warn that it hits children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems the hardest. Could this be the next big public health scare? Or are we dealing with just another seasonal virus? The truth might surprise you. The good news? There are ways to protect yourself, from boosting your immune system naturally to understanding how this virus spreads. But the bad news? Without proper awareness, it could spread like wildfire. That's why it's crucial to know what we're up against. By the end of this, you'll have a clear roadmap to staying safe, strengthening your immunity, and understanding the real risk of HMPV. So, let's dive in, because what you don't know could hurt you. At first glance, HMPV might sound like just another virus, but here's the kicker, it's been flying under the radar for years, quietly infecting people worldwide. This respiratory virus belongs to the same family as RSV, which means it spreads through coughs, sneezes, and contaminated surfaces. The tricky part? It's often misdiagnosed as a common cold or flu, making it harder to track. And now, experts are sounding the alarm, urging more awareness about how it spreads and who's most at risk. So why should you care? Well, while HMPV may not be a household name like COVID-19 or the flu, it's been responsible for a surge in respiratory infections, especially during peak seasons. Hospitals are reporting increasing cases, and researchers are taking a closer look at its patterns. The virus is highly contagious, often spreading in crowded places like schools, offices, and public transport. Just imagine how easily one sneeze in a packed subway car could set off a chain reaction of infections. Yikes! Here's the thing, unlike some respiratory viruses, HMPV doesn't have a vaccine or targeted treatment yet. That means prevention is key. Washing hands, avoiding close contact with sick individuals, and keeping your immune system strong are your best bets. And don't assume it only affects the elderly or immunocompromised, anyone can get hit. Think of it like a silent intruder sneaking into your body, waiting for the right moment to strike. But what does an HMPV infection actually feel like? And more importantly, who's most at risk of severe complications? Well, that's where things get even more interesting. At first, HMPV might just feel like a regular cold, runny nose, sore throat, maybe a little fatigue. But here's the problem, for some people, it doesn't stop there. This virus can trigger severe respiratory issues, especially in young children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems. Symptoms can escalate to intense coughing, wheezing, shortness of breath, and even pneumonia. And because it mimics illnesses like the flu and COVID-19, many people don't realize they have it until it's already taken a toll on their health. Now, let's talk about who's in the danger zone. Infants and toddlers are prime targets since their immune systems are still developing. Ever noticed how a simple cold can knock a baby out for days? That's because their bodies aren't fully equipped to fight off aggressive viruses like HMPV. The same goes for older adults and those with underlying conditions like asthma, COPD, or heart disease. When these individuals get infected, it's not just an inconvenience, it can turn into a life-threatening respiratory crisis. What makes it even trickier is that healthy adults can carry and spread HMPV without realizing it. You could feel totally fine, maybe just a little sniffly, but still pass it to someone whose body can't handle the hit. Think about how quickly a virus like this could spread in a daycare, nursing home, or even a busy gym. One shared water bottle, one handshake, or one cough in a crowded elevator, boom, the virus has found a new home. So, is HMPV just another seasonal nuisance, or are we looking at something bigger here? Some experts think this could be an emerging public health threat, and the numbers don't lie. Let's take a deeper dive into whether this virus has the potential to become the next global pandemic. The big question is, should we be worried? HMPV isn't new, it's been around for decades, but what's alarming is how cases have been surging in recent years. Hospitalizations linked to this virus have spiked, particularly among vulnerable groups, and experts are keeping a close eye on its mutation patterns. Sound familiar? That's exactly how early COVID-19 reports started. While HMPV isn't as aggressive as SARS-CoV-2, the fact that it spreads so easily and has no specific antiviral treatment is enough to raise red flags in the medical community. What makes HMPV a potential problem is its stealthy nature. Unlike the flu, which has a predictable season and clear symptoms, HMPV operates under the radar. Many people mistake it for a mild cold and don't even realize they're carrying it. But here's the kicker, once it reaches someone with a weak immune system, it can cause severe complications, even respiratory failure. When hospitals start filling up with these cases, public health officials start paying attention. And with global travel and crowded urban living, this virus has plenty of opportunities to spread beyond borders. Now, does that mean we're heading into another pandemic? Not necessarily. Scientists are actively tracking HMPV outbreaks, monitoring its genetic changes, and studying how it behaves in different populations. The good news? Unlike COVID-19, HMPV has been around long enough for experts to understand its patterns. But the bad news? With no vaccine and no targeted treatment, the only real defense right now is prevention and a strong immune system. So, what can you actually do to protect yourself? Turns out, the best strategy isn't just avoiding the virus, it's making sure your immune system is tough enough to handle it. Up next, let's talk about real, actionable ways to boost your immunity and keep your body in top shape against HMPV and other viruses lurking out there. If there's one thing we've learned from past outbreaks, it's that prevention is always better than cure. When it comes to HMPV, protecting yourself starts with the basics: good hygiene. Washing your hands regularly, avoiding close contact with sick individuals, and keeping frequently touched surfaces clean can go a long way in reducing exposure. But let's be real, no one can live in a bubble. That's why the real game changer is what's happening inside your body, your immune system. The stronger it is, the better chance you have at fighting off infections before they even take hold. So, what does a strong immune system actually look like? It's built on daily habits, not last-minute fixes. A diet packed with whole foods, think colorful fruits, leafy greens, lean proteins, and healthy fats, gives your body the nutrients it needs to produce infection-fighting white blood cells. Want a simple upgrade? Add more vitamin C from citrus fruits, zinc from nuts and seeds, and probiotics from yogurt or fermented foods. These small tweaks can make a massive difference in how well your body defends itself against viruses like HMPV. But food alone won't cut it. Your lifestyle plays a huge role in immunity, and stress is one of the biggest immune killers out there. Ever notice how you always seem to get sick after a rough week? That's because chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, which weakens your immune response. Mindfulness practices, deep breathing exercises, and even something as simple as a 30-minute daily walk can help lower stress levels and keep your immune system strong. Sleep is another non-negotiable. 7 to 9 hours of quality rest is when your body repairs itself and strengthens its defenses. And let's not forget movement. A sedentary lifestyle is an open invitation for health issues, while regular physical activity keeps your immune system alert and ready to respond. You don't need intense workouts, just consistent movement. Whether it's strength training, yoga, or a brisk morning walk, the goal is to stay active. Now, with all these strategies in place, what happens if you still catch the virus? Well, that's where modern medicine steps in. Up next, let's explore the latest treatments and medical advances against HMPV. When it comes to HMPV, there's no magic pill, at least, not yet. Since this virus belongs to the same family as RSV, treatment mostly focuses on managing symptoms and supporting recovery rather than directly eliminating the infection. That means plenty of rest, staying hydrated, and using over-the-counter medications to relieve fever and congestion. For most healthy individuals, the virus runs its course within a couple of weeks. But for high-risk groups, like young children, the elderly, and those with weakened immune systems, hospitalization may be necessary, especially if breathing difficulties develop. Scientists, however, aren't just sitting back and letting HMPV do its thing. researchers have been working on potential vaccines, drawing inspiration from existing immunizations for similar respiratory viruses. Some experimental vaccines have shown promise in early trials, particularly those targeting the proteins HMPV uses to enter human cells. While nothing is commercially available yet, ongoing studies suggest that we might see a vaccine hit the market within the next few years. This could be a game changer, especially for those most vulnerable to severe complications. But vaccines aren't the only thing in the works. Advances in antiviral medications are also gaining momentum. Some researchers are testing drugs that block viral replication, potentially reducing the severity and duration of illness. Additionally, monoclonal antibodies, lab-made proteins that help the immune system fight infections, are being explored as a treatment for severe cases. These cutting-edge developments could drastically change how we deal with HMPV, transforming it from a concerning virus into a manageable one. Until then, the best defense remains a strong immune system and preventive measures. But with the rise of new viruses and growing concerns about future pandemics, staying informed and proactive is more important than ever. So, what does all of this mean for the bigger picture? Could HMPV be setting the stage for another global health crisis, or is it just another seasonal nuisance? Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. So now you know, HMPV isn't just another harmless cold. It's sneaky, it's contagious, and it can hit hard, especially if your immune system isn't at its best. But here's the thing, you have the power to protect yourself. Every step you take, from boosting your immunity with nutrient-rich foods to staying mindful of hygiene, makes a difference. Your health isn't just luck, it's a choice. Think about it. What small change can you make today to strengthen your body's defense? Maybe it's swapping out processed snacks for real, whole foods. Maybe it's prioritizing sleep instead of scrolling through your phone at midnight. Or maybe it's simply staying informed, because knowledge is your greatest shield. And if you're wondering, is HMPV something I should really be worried about? Ask yourself this: when was the last time you took your health seriously before getting sick? Prevention is everything, and now you have the tools to stay ahead. Will you use them? If you found this valuable, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tip that could literally transform your health. Stay safe, stay strong, and let's take control of our well-being, one smart choice at a time.